Among the rituals which were passed on by the ancient indigenous people, offering relative devils holds a prime place. It is considered as a way of pleasing relative devils by following the same customs followed by the previous generation of indigenous people. Among the indigenous people in Dambana, many customs of offerings to the relative devils can be seen. The attention of a relative devil towards an indigenous person while walking in the forest makes him a valetudinarian. Forests are large. Understanding the nature is difficult. Therefore, the indigenous people in Dambana believe that the occasions of feeling apprehensive occurs as a result of the relative devils being angry. If any indigenous person becomes a valetudinarian in the forest, he should first be brought to the Porugama of Dambana. It is a custom to inform the leader of Uruvarigaye the incident, and the necessary steps should be taken to recover the valetudinarian by performing an early offering to relative devils as per the instructions of such leader. The recognized practice among the Uruvariga when performing the offering of relative devils is to obtain the assistance of an indigenous custodian. The custodian, in performing the ritual, recites verses and takes action recognized by his group to remove the effects of the deceased alias, the relative devils who have possessed the valetudinarian. An attic is produced using 3 poles, known as a mukkulia in Sinhala, and a clay bowl is kept on the bed known as the yahana, covering with leaves and branches. Only male indigenous people participate in the ritual of offering relative devils, and children or Vadda people who have no experience in participating in such an event earlier are prohibited. 3 or more are permitted to participate in this dance and the incantations. One beats a kettle drum dahul. The leader of the indigenous group teaches the way of playing the kettle drum beats correctly, and the customs are performed according to the instructions of the leader. Lighting the torches when dancing around the mukkulia is a custom, as it pleases the relative devils. Ritual of offering relative devils commences in a very slow pace and becomes a very fast dance along with the high speed of the kettle drum beats. The customs to be performed in dancing to please the relative devils are to wear leaves and branches around the waist, keeping leaves and branches in hand, and stepping the earth strongly as to give pain to the earth, and throbbing legs on the earth are all done to make the relative devils happy. There is an acceptable belief among the people of Uruvarage as to being in a trance, ending the dance of the valetudinarian, and dances performed before closing together to each other around the mukkulia to please the relative devils and quit from the valetudinarian. This national heritage of indigenous people is an intangible heritage which should be protected for the sake of future generations.